Hey, what's up guys, Metaphor here, and today we have a loadout guide. This is highly requested. I'm going to be showing you guys the best possible setups you can run. Now, this isn't going to be a bunch of new fun stuff and anything like that. I'm going to be completely honest and tell you guys what the actual best stuff in the game is, and if you guys want to copy it, this will give you the best results on Verdansk. Now, if you were to tune into my stream, you're probably not going to see me running these loadouts too often, because a lot of the stuff is really overpowered and unfair, but, you know, I just kind of like to snipe and do my own thing. So, yeah, if you guys do want to copy it, here you go. These are the setups right here. First things first, as no surprise, guys, we have the DMR up here. This is the best possible loadout you can run for it. I know a lot of you guys might be confused with the whole barrel situation, but as of right now, when I'm making this video, this barrel is bugged on majority of weapons in the game, I'm pretty sure. And the titanium barrel actually gives you the best results. This thing makes it a complete beast. I've picked up other people's DMRs in games where they don't have this barrel, and the gun actually doesn't feel half as good. But when you have this barrel on it, it feels like an absolute beam. These are pretty much the only other attachments you could use. The scope could be changed to a 2x, but I think 3x is the best. I know there's a recoil glitch with it as well, so sometimes if you get the recoil glitch too much, maybe just switch to the 2x or something like that. And then the rest of the stuff is pretty standard. We have the MAC-10, I'll be going over in a second. Second class is going to be the Ghost first loadout. This is the bane of my existence. I absolutely cannot stand getting killed by people that run this loadout, but I'm going to show you guys the loadout because it is the best. Like I said, I'm not going to BS you guys, even though I hate it. Same setup over here on the DMR, but then we have the Diamatti Kimbo pistols. This thing is going to absolutely rip at close range. Again, you'll notice we haven't changed the barrel because I'm pretty sure these ones don't work, but hopefully they patch that very soon. And you guys might be asking, why am I using the 30 round standard mag over the 30 round fast mag? And the reason why is because this isn't actually increasing your reload time. It's bugged again. A lot of these things are bugged. I've gotten a lot of this information from the YouTuber known as JGod. He's a super cool guy, makes really good content. There's some other people too, I can't remember their names, but I know JGod makes really good content. He tweets about a lot of these things, and I do trust him. So and for sure I can confirm that the reload animation is not actually faster. So that's the setup, double time, Ghost, amped. This setup is so broken. You can get two of the best guns in the entire game off your first loadout. This really reminds me of the snake shot era, but this is just less counterplay, unfortunately. The pistols aren't as good as the snake shots, but this DMR with Ghost is just I don't like it. Now this is the setup for solos. If you are trying to be the biggest jerk in solos possible, this is the setup you want to run. You'll notice that I don't have an ammunition slot here because 20 rounds is more than enough in a solo lobby, and I think this this stock right here, the Raider stock, is actually sleeper overpowered on a lot of weapons, and I think you're going to start seeing it pretty soon. So what this does is when you're scoped in, you actually can strafe like an absolute madman. You are completely fast. So let's just say hypothetically you were behind cover on a head glitch against somebody else who's on a head glitch, and you have this Raider stock. You can strafe left and right like you were using the perk Stalker from MW3, if you guys remember that. You absolutely rip when you're zoomed in. So I think this is actually going to become meta, and like I said, since you're playing solos, you have the leisure of, you know, not taking the extended mag. So definitely give this a try. Mess around with other guns if you want to try it, but this Raider stock is actually kind of crazy low-key, so definitely recommend. Everything else is the same. We got the Kimbo animating bodies. Now this is the most standard loadout you can go if you're kind of, you know, if you're too cool for the DMR, which God bless you if you are. Please don't use that gun. I know I use it sometimes. I know I made videos, guys. I know. Unfortunately, you know, videos like that are, a lot of people are searching them. You just gotta kind of do what you gotta do. You feel me? But if you tune into my stream, I'm hardly ever using the gun unless I'm going for world record. So this is the classic AMAX setup. They haven't nerfed it since it was good before. They just threw in more guns, but the new guns aren't even that good, and the AMAX is still better. If the DMR wasn't in the game, this gun would be used a lot still. So very standard stuff. Everything is completely normal, and then obviously the MAC-10 is still as good as normal. After that, we have the LMG Stoner 63. Now this gun is probably one of the best Cold War guns in the game that isn't, you know, the DMR or the Type 63 or whatever it's called, or the Type 9. I don't know what it's called. this gun's actually pretty good. I think that, you know, once the DMR and stuff get nerfed, people are going to start messing around with the other guns, and they're going to stumble upon this one. This gun was projected to be one of the better guns going into the update, but obviously the DMR just outshines everything to the point where there's almost no point using anything else, unless you're, you know, like I said, too cool to use the DMR, which I hope you are. But definitely give this a try. This gun's really fun. I know I have the task force barrel on, but that's because this stuff is really pointless. Shooting movement speed plus damage, and then you're going to ruin the recoil and the effective damage range. So even if part of this one's bugged, I'm actually okay with that as long as I'm getting some increase in damage. So I could be wrong on this, but the whole point is that this gun is a thing. And you'll notice I have the radar pad on it, so I have the extra mobility when I'm zoomed in. I think this gun is very good, actually. So I would definitely recommend giving it a try. I know a lot of you guys probably haven't even thought of using this gun. It's pretty good. It's definitely the best LMG. MAC-10, of course. Again, we'll talk about the MAC-10 in a second. You know, this is the standard Metaphor setup. We got the Kar 98 on deck. We got the best attachments. People always ask me, Metaphor, why don't you use Sipple grip tape over the stock? The reason why is because the stock gives you more ADS flat out. But then people go, oh, but Metaphor, you get the extra sprint to fire speed with the stippled. Well, yeah, you do get that, but if you really think about what sprint to fire does, is it only increases your no-scoping, because when you're calculating the sprint to fire, that timer is being used up as you're scoping in with your gun. So unless you're no-scoping, sprint to fire doesn't do anything, because the time that it takes for you to scope in your gun, sprint to fire speed doesn't matter anymore. So you definitely want to make sure you're using the entire top row. That's the easiest way to remember it. Save a loadout. I have one saved. I can just throw this on whenever I want, any class. This is the best setup, bar none. Don't let anyone tell you that you should use focus. Just say nope, nope, nope. Metaphor told me this. Just use the setup. I don't care what anyone else uses. This is the best. Trust me, please. This is the best. Just I hate when people tell me that to use other stuff. This is the best. We got the Diamati's here. I'm actually using the single Diamati here with the airborne elastic wrap over Akimbo. And the reason why I'm doing that is because obviously since my sniper is my primary, I need a secondary that has a little bit of range, and if you have a single Diamati, it still rips up close. You can still 2-burst people or even 1-burst if you headshot, but this gives you a little bit more range, a little bit more to work with. So I definitely recommend checking this out. I know a lot of you guys, if you do, you know, take these classes to heart and you try them, try the single Diamati out. You'll be very surprised with how good it is, trust. And then we have the restock, obviously. A lot of people ask me, Metaphor, how do your grenades always reset when you're in-game? It's restock, guys. I know I'm kind of answering some questions here, but I feel like I need to explain this stuff. Restock is the perk that gives you grenades in the game. I don't know how people don't know that, but a lot of people ask me in the comments every single day. And then we do Semtex Stun Grenaded, obviously. Another option if you're playing squads is actually to run throwing knives. And the reason why you do that is because you can actually finish downs with one throwing knife. So the benefit would that be, like, let's say you're using an AR, right? And you go into a building and you down somebody, instead of putting 10 more bullets into the guy, you could just throw a quick throwing knife at him and it'll instantly kill him, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I actually think these are going to come into meta eventually. C4's got a minor buff, so you can run C4s again. I like Semtexes. You guys have seen my videos. You know I Kobe the shit out of people in this game. But I definitely think the throwing knives are actually, like, sleeper pretty good for quads. Definitely give them a try sometime. This is my loadout. It's called My Aim is Bad right now, so I have the MAC-10 as my crutch. Basically, when I first get on, if I want to snipe, this is my loadout that I want to run, because obviously the MAC-10 is completely overpowered and it will bail me out of a lot of situations. So pretty standard stuff. And then we have the restock class. As you've told from my other loadout videos, I have a restock and a ghost class. If I want to start off the game with overkill, then I can swap over to this. This is the MAC-10 class, if you guys were wondering. A lot of people have put on the 5 milliwatt laser, but I don't agree with hip firing with these guns. This gun has insane light speed ADS. Don't hip fire, guys. You don't have to. You also don't really need a stock on this. I used to run a stock, but I realized it's not really that important. And the same deal with the barrel. Until they fix the task force barrel and it's confirmed that it's fixed on every gun, I recommend using the reinforced. So that's basically it for that. And then we have the recoil barrel, or the recoil foregrip. So pretty standard stuff, guys. Like, a lot of stuff. I'm sure a lot of you guys knew a lot of stuff. Ignore the deagle. This thing is just trolly. It's got a VLK on it. Actually, no, someone's gonna ask. Just don't use this, guys. If you use this, I'm blocking you. I don't care. And then we have the standard stuff. You can put on double time instead of EOD. This is the exact same thing. We have Ghost on. Everything's exact stock standard. Everything, we're all good to go. ignore the secondary. There's no point in customizing it because I'm never using it. And then we have the DMR after the quote-unquote nerfs. So they are eventually going to nerf the DMR, that's no question. Now, whether or not they're going to hit the Type 63, the Type 69, I don't know what this gun's called. Whether they hit this gun at the same time is completely in the air, but let's just say hypothetically they nerf the DMR, but they don't touch this. This gun is going to replace it. There's already people who think this gun's better than the DMR because it does more damage, but it does have more recoil. So if you want to use the DMR, but you want a bit more of a challenge, I recommend using this gun. The setup is pretty standard. It's basically the exact same as the DMR, titanium barrel and all that. Definitely recommend checking this gun out if you guys want to, you know, like I said, get a different change of pace instead of using the DMR. Anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for the loadouts. God, I should have cold-blooded on. That's pretty much it for the loadouts, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below. I think tomorrow I'm going to be doing an FFAR plus Kar 98 video, and I also have a really sick video coming out soon. I'm going to be trying to get a gameplay with it, the M16. I actually think the gun is pretty good. I'm just trying to get a good gameplay to show it off to you guys. I've been having a lot of fun with the gun. I just keep losing to DMRs. I really want your guys' opinion. Like, again, I know I've uploaded losses before, but some days, guys, like, you're just getting ripped by DMRs and there's nothing you can really do about it. It doesn't mean that these guns are bad, but the DMR is the most unhealthy weapon the game has ever seen, and it's kind of ruining the potential to get gameplays with other weapons, unfortunately. So do you guys care if I upload a game where I lose and, you know, I still, you know, title it the same and all that jazz? Just maybe not care so much about actually winning, because it's very difficult to actually win a solos game if everyone's rocking DMRs. It kind of takes a lot of luck. So I kind of want some feedback in the comments. You guys can tell me if you guys really care if I lose or win. Anyways, we're gonna keep bringing out daily content for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully this answers some of your questions, and I will see you all tomorrow. Come by my stream today. I'll be streaming all day, twitch.tv/metaphor. I've been seeing you guys every single day for the past 2 weeks coming in. I'm also on TikTok. People have been asking me TikTok. My @ name on there is Metaphor with 2 A's. People are saying that it's fake. No, it's me. And I do read all the comments on there too. When I'm going to bed, I open up my phone and I go through TikTok, and it's always fun, you know, roasting people in comments and people roasting me in comments. It's a good time. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace.